He's an asshole, man. That dude's an asshole, and he knows it.
From the mean streets of Brooklyn to the rough neighborhoods in Boise, Idaho, we now present the Goonberg Report. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to talk about today about women in their hypocritical ways because they criticize men, but yet they sleep with all these pookies. Now, we're not generalizing here. There's no such thing as generalization. We're just talking facts. Like, I'll see on instant, like on social media, a lot of women saying black men ain't shit. Excuse my French, but that's what they're saying, and they're crying and whining about nobody takes care of their 8 kids, this, that, and the third. But yet, in the black community especially, black women haven't been accountable since before LBJ's Great Society. And I can say that, and I can back it up with stats. And I'm going to give you the first stat. Black women, disgruntled black women will always complain that black men are the worst as far as violence, as far as crime, this and that. But you know what the number one murder, what the number one cause of death in the black community is? The number one crime in the black community is these ratchet hoes going to the abortion clinics and killing babies. That's number one. Now they want to make it look like that. Oh no, it's what they want to make it look like is they want to make it look like that they're all Mother Teresa and they all had to do it or else they would die. But my point is still this: you still spread your legs. And you know how many women in the community have had over 2 abortions? The same ones that are complaining about black men. What it is now guys, and I tell younger guys, and I tell guys my age, and I tell guys period, if you have your stuff together, you don't have to go around sweating these chicks. You have your virtual pick of these chicks, as long as you're handling your business. Now, if you're still doing stupid stuff, then yeah, you got to settle down. But these women are the ones who really have to settle. They got couples. They got to settle. They can be single, or they can just get their load of cats and get moving. Like I said, I'm coming here with facts and like undeniable data. That they're number one in abortion. These chicks usually have, and I got CDC facts too. Like they talk about multiple kids, and in the black community, you'll see a chick with multiple kids. 9 chances out of 10, you know, you got like if there's 5 kids, you're looking at least 2 to 3 fathers at least. And their bad judgment is not their bad judgment's fault. It's the fact that they're sleeping. It's the fact that they're messing with. It's the guy's fault. And I'm thinking, like, hold up. You got all these kids of different men, and you're going to tell me it's the guy's fault? How about your fault for not spreading your legs every time somebody smiles at you or buy you a McDonald's, value menu meal? As I said, a lot of these chicks that don't want to, they're not responsible for anything. They'll say, "Oh, the black man won't protect us." Number one, let me tell you something. When you signed that deal with LBJ, you made Uncle Sam protect you. Why am I going to protect a person who's a traitor? Why am I going to protect a person who runs to the government on me? That would be stupid. You know what? And they got other complaints. Well, black men don't treat me right. Yes, they do. The fact of the matter is, if you're out drinking every night, partying every night, and you're bald as me, you got dirty tats, you got 50 kids, I'm not looking at you. I'll speak to you, that's about it. I mean, it may take some other actions, but I'm not sleeping with you because there's no way in hell I'm giving you a chance to have a kid by me so you can take me to child support. And that's it. I don't have to settle for you. And like a lot of women get mad at me because they call me an asshole because they say, well, you're arrogant and cocky. Well, let me put it to you this way. My kids are grown. They're doing their thing. They've been taught to live life on their own terms. It's not my fault that you decide, and I understand sometimes it's how you're born and raised, this and that, but no, it's not Every person like that. And their favorite saying is, "You don't know my story. Trust me, I know your story. I know it." And a lot of these chicks, because like what they'll do is with Pookie, they won't run him to child support because they know they ain't gonna get nothing out of him. But they run into a good dude, they're like the Flash. They went yesterday to child support. They're just lining you up. And everybody's going to come here crying and whining, "Oh, you're running down the black." No, I'm not running down a black woman. I'm running down black women who do this. And I want to explain this one time. This is what gets black people, make us look real uneducated. When I say all black, I say black guys, or let me see, I got to use a hypothetical. Black guys are all in the NFL. Now, we know that is false. You want to know why? Because people with common sense, logic, and reasoning know that not everything is 100%. So if everything isn't 100%, guess what? I don't know each and every black guy to be in the NFL. And we know it's not true because there's whites, Hispanics, and a few Asians. So black people, there's another thing. Black people can't distinguish between second person and third person you. This you were taught supposedly in elementary school. But then they get you on talking, and it's like, well, I won't talk about some of them talking. Woohoo! Back to the topic at hand. Now, these chicks want to complain, but they date the guys that they don't want to date. They have kids, the guys that don't want to have kids to. Then they regret it. And I'm like, no, you should have closed your legs. You were easy. You were a slower. You were a slut. You were a whore. You chose that Happy Meal, spread your legs, and it was what it was. So when you see a lot of these chicks crying and whining about their situation, you tell them that, hey, look, bitch, you own up to it. That's one thing a black woman will never do, own up to anything they do. Maybe I'll talk about that in a future video. But that's the problem I have right now. These sluts and whores will have 5 kids to 5 guys, and don't blame the guy. And the kids grow up to be stupid too, because if my mom had 6 kids to 6 dudes, I'd be like, hold on, something don't seem right. Why are you saying it's the dad's fault? And let me put it to you this way: would you want to be involved with a chick like that? Say she got 4 kids to 4 dudes. You want to be number 5, really, and deal with you? Because you know you're going to be fighting at least 1 or 2 of them motherfuckers. Why go through all that? If you really wanted something, go after an island chick that's not Americanized, or a first and second generation African that comes over here. They say they don't date us. They do, trust me. But other than that, black women, I'm starting to leave them alone because they're just being creeps right now. And like I said, when they got a little bit of control, and now we're in a matriarchy, black community is suffering. We're going to hell in a handbasket, and you can't tell these motherfuckers nothing because they don't want to listen to you. Ever since we went to a matriarchal society, the ship has been sinking. And they don't recognize that. But I'll probably talk about this another day. Right now I'm busy. The cat wants to go out. The dog's eating. And I'm hungry myself, so appreciate your listeners. If you got questions, problems, talk to Mayor Goonberg. All right, peace.